Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel. As always, there's a lot to cover in the Low Country today, so we'll get started with our headlines. The U.S. House has passed and sent to the Senate a stopgap funding bill that could prevent a government shutdown this weekend. Low Country Congresswoman Nancy Mace voted against the bill, but the bill did pass 336 to 95, with 93 of the 95 no votes coming from Mace and Republican colleagues. The bill continues current support levels of the U.S. budget until mid-January or early February and does not have any budget cuts for which Mace and other Republicans were pushing. It also does not have any aid for Israel or Ukraine. An autopsy by the Beaufort County coroner is expected to confirm the crushing death of 21-year-old construction worker from Florida at the Safe Harbor construction site in Port Royal. George Rundell of St. Petersburg was pinned between a steel mold and a large section of concrete in the construction zone, which is across the street from the Port Royal Town Hall. The State Occupation Safety and Health Administration is also investigating. Nearby witnesses tried to help free Rundell and were successful, but he later died at Beaufort Memorial Hospital. It's the second death at a Port Royal work site since September, when a worker was killed at an apartment complex site off Paris Island Gateway. OSHA is also looking into that incident. Hardeeville police are still searching for the shooter of 33-year-old Terry Smith of Ridgeland. His body was found early Tuesday morning at the Mercy Circle Apartments near the Hardeeville Post Office. Smith was shot at least once in the face while believed to be visiting a friend. Can you spare 5 minutes? That just might be enough time to learn how to save a life. The Beaufort County Alcohol and Drug Abuse Department will be offering 5-minute training sessions on the use of Narcan next Monday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the County Administration Building. Free samples of the overdose drug will be given to participants, and you can just show up as no appointment is needed. We've all seen a growth in homeschooling ever since kids were forced home by the pandemic, but until now, just how much it's grown has not really been measured. However, the Washington Post is now reporting research done by a homeschooling group which found that over 30,000 kids are homeschooled in South Carolina. That equals a little less than 4% of our school students, but that's still a 50% increase from 5 years ago. In terms of who is homeschooled, the Post article says homeschoolers cross every line of politics, geography, and demographics. It also notes that homeschooling generally has less oversight and standards for academic progress than other private schools or even public schools. And what kind of bonus would you prefer from your bosses? $100 or maybe a preferred parking place for the next entire year? How about both? The Technical College of the Low Country will reward 3 employees who were named Educators of the Year by the State Technical Education Association. Those teachers are psychology instructor Krista Jarrett, navigator Curtis Bolden, and director of recruitment and admissions Taylor Wellborn. The state will give the 3 $100 as their prize, and TCL plans to sweeten the victory with VIP parking spots for the year. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And now here's Justin Jarrett with what happened last night in the Loco.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. And it's just about time for high school basketball to tip off across the Loco. It gets going with a handful of games starting Thursday, including tons of Lowco-on-Lowco matchups in the Earl Campbell Preseason Tournament at Whale Branch Early College High School in Seabrook. All 3 of the public school teams in the Loco Sports coverage area that begin the season in the top 10 in their classifications in the preseason coaches poll will be in action at Whale Branch on Saturday, with Bluffton's girls taking their number 8 ranking in Class 4A into a matchup with Bridges Prep at 2 p.m. and Class 1A number 3 Whale Branch taking on Class 2A number 5 Hampton County in a boys showdown at 8 p.m. Plus, there's an enticing girls game between Hampton County and Hilton Head High at 6:30. We went deeper on high school hoops and talked with Hilton Head Christian Academy boys coach Mike Colella and new USC Salkehatchie men's coach Matt Lynch last night on the season premiere of the Loco Hoops Report, where we also talked USCB hoops with Syracuse legend Tony Red Bruin, who was on the call with me for Saturday's historic opener on the Sandshark Game Day Network. Check it out on the Loco Media Network on YouTube, along with Monday's Loco Sports Lowdown and Sunday's Sandshark Rewind to get all the insight on USCB Sandsharks basketball before tonight's games at Morris College. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thanks, Justin. Now let's take a look at our weather with Maria.
Thanks, Betsy. Yep, so taking a look ahead, we are going to see quite a few more showers throughout the next couple of days, but then we should be seeing the sun returning by the weekend. So taking a look at Thursday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered showers throughout the day and going into the evening. Hilton is going to high 69, a low of 60. Bluffton's going to high 69, a low of 59. And Buford is going to high 70 and a low of 58. The sunrise for Thursday is going to be at 6:52 and sunset's going to be at 5:22. Looking at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 10:59 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 6:28 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Friday's going to start out sunny but quickly turn cloudy in the afternoon with scattered showers throughout the day, but should be clearing up by the evening. Highs are in the 70s, lows in the 60s. Come Saturday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with highs in the 70s, lows in the 60s and 50s. And then come Sunday, it's going to be sunny but chilly with the highs only getting into the mid-60s and lows are going to drop down to the 50s and 40s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Thanks, Maria. After a quick break, Robin Zimmerman sits down with Carlton Dallas to learn about the referendum that was just passed. Stay with us.